and put that YouTube link on your next resume. How about that? Okay, very good sport. Well, our next speaker worked closely with Rich while serving on the United Unigroup Board of Directors. From Merit Moving Systems in Buena Park, California, please welcome Larry Stanley.
Thank you, King. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You know, knowing Rich, his honor is more important to him than honors. So hopefully we'll get through this evening without doing too much damage to his honor. Carl Walter called me about a month ago and said, Larry, would you be interested in saying a few words at a special event we're doing for Rich at the convention? I said, sure. So then he said, if you have any special memories or pictures of Rich, we can put them up on the board while you're giving a talk. And I said, seriously? Why the hell would I keep pictures of Rich? Then I knew I stepped in it because I know Carl idolizes Rich. So, and I know Carl has a centerfold of Rich in his wallet. So, the next thing Carl said was, you know, when you get your script done, send it to us, we'll load it up in the teleprompter for you. And I said, you know, I'll probably just wing it. He said, Larry, I've heard you speak before, and at your age, and it's going to be late in the evening, I highly suggest that you at least bring some notes. Well, we had some notes laying around Merit, so I brought them along. Hey, they say notes, 13 years of this guy, you have to diversify. Did you make money this summer with those wooden containers and empty trailers? Let's see, the first note says, tell them your reaction when you heard Rich was going to be the next president of Unigroup. I was like an owl in a tree. I said, who? Who? Rich? What about? They said, no, it's Rich. I said, but what about? They said, no, it's Rich. I said, he's been here 7 years. He's had 4 or 5 different jobs. He was a community organizer before he came to us, for God's sakes. He said, no, Larry. He did an outstanding job in all the assignments we gave him. And he had an impressive resume. He was an executive at the Central Bank of Missouri. He was the chief of staff for the governor of Missouri. He was the deputy chief of staff for the governor of Illinois. And he was a cabinet director for Illinois Central Management Services. See, I told you, the community organizer. Anyway, I became a believer and an avid supporter and a fan of Rich's. And speaking of being a big fan, that brings me to note number 2, which says, let's fast track ahead to the TV show Undercover Boss. Well, I'm really not a TV guy, so I didn't know what to expect. But I told my wife, Kathy, we got to watch this. Because you just asked Alonzo, Baylor, Dawkins, Larch, LaGrasso, Powers, Walter, and numerous other executives. They've made him look good, and they've been covering his butt for 9 years. Well, we all know the show wasn't about uncovering Rich. However, the hotel scene, I was a little bit worried. So, note 3 says, you don't have to listen to this, we only had 5 minutes. This is kind of a love fest between me and Rich. Rich, by the time you leave Unigroup, you'll have spent 4,745 days behind the wheel at Unigroup, guiding us through many sunrises and sunsets, in pursuit of new horizons. And I want you to know how much I appreciate your leadership, and I appreciate the 145% increase in the book value we've enjoyed under your tenure, as well as incentives and additional compensation. I appreciate the fact that you've assembled a fantastic management team during your tenure, and I appreciate the fact that you're leaving us with a stronger, better company. But most of all, Rich, I appreciate appreciated our friendship while I was on the board. And I need a little reaffirmation of that, Rich, because are we still friends? We're good? Because since I left the board, you haven't given me the time of day or returned my phone calls. I just want to be sure. Anyway, so my friend, whatever your endeavor, be it to go out and change the world or enjoy the world, let me leave you with 2 key words of advice that may help you enjoy your leisure moments with Sharon. And those 2 words are, yes, dear. Thank you.
From Sudeth Relocation Systems in Jacksonville, Florida, please welcome Barry Vaughn.